Hey guys, how you doing today? I've got some more plant mail. These are the last two plants that I think I'm gonna get. Winter is getting close, and I don't like to order plants when it gets super cold. Last night we got down to 41. Oh my god, it was so chilly. I was so worried about these guys. I got anthuriums. They usually ship pretty well, so I'm not super worried about it. But let's see. I got two in the Green Escape. I don't know if I said that or not. And these two, oh, I am really excited about. Nothing else in here. Get rid of that. My packing slip, and then you get like a little card from the shop. Alright, I had to get my birds to be quiet. I covered them back up. Now, these two plants, super excited about. Oh my goodness, this one is an Ace of Spades in Pap hybrid. Get my scissors here. I sucked down a whole bunch of coffee. My mail comes super early. I sucked down a whole bunch of coffee after I went out and got them at like 8 o'clock this morning. Trying to wake up enough to do a video. So I'm probably still not quite awake enough, but we'll see. I might get a couple more, like, you know, if we get a nice week or two of weather, but gosh, I've got so many babies now, which I love. I love to grow. And the Green Escape usually has really nice plants. Plants that you want that are so expensive. And they always wrap everything really well. And usually shipping is really quick. So this is the Ace of Spades times Pap. It looks good. Really cute. That's the other exciting thing about getting babies, is to watch them grow and then what they end up turning into when it's all said and done. Really exciting. It looks like a pretty nice little root system. I'm going to take some of this cocoa coir off. This little pod, whatever. I don't really care for it. It tells you not to, but I don't follow directions. I do what I want. I just like to take a little bit of it off if I can. I don't want to break any roots, so get rid of that. It looks like she's got a real nice little root system. It's not, you know, fantastic, but they're just babies, so am real excited to watch this little guy grow up. Ace of Spades times tap. And I'm just going to go ahead and while it's sitting here, before we open the other one, get her, get her sprayed off with my neem oil. Maybe some of that pot will loosen up a little bit too. Let her sit there while we open the other one. And then this one is a Papillanum. That was so hard to say. Pure pap. No cross. I have another pure pap, but I wanted to get another one because I just love them. Love the dark leaves. Whoa, this one's a little bit bigger, which is what it showed in the pictures. Oh, she is pretty. Oh, look at her. Very pretty. Look how shiny. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but it's super sparkly. Okay, so the pap is the bigger one. The pap cross with Ace of Spades is smaller. I got all my, well, not all, I got my 2 little pots ready for them to get all potted up into. Oh, she's got a nice root system if you look in there. I'm going to take some of this off too. It's so spongy. I like it to be, see how it's like a sponge. I don't really care for it. It holds a lot of moisture, which, you know, when your seedlings are small, you know, you want them to hold a lot of moisture, but with my mix, since I pot in soil and not a pure aroid mix, like all bark and perlite and what have you, mine holds moisture for a long time, so I don't worry too much about it. And I'm home all the time. It's not like I don't have time to take care of them, but I feel like the spongy stuff kind of restricts the roots a little bit in growing. I'm just not real crazy about it. Just trying to be real careful. I'm going to go ahead and spray her down. Once you spray it down, get the pot all sprayed. Sometimes it's easier to pick the spongy stuff off. And a lot of times if you soak them too, which I know a lot of people, most people do not repot right when they get a plant, but I do. Oh my god, I gotta show you this. I ordered some Velcro tape off of Amazon yesterday, and I got it yesterday. I ordered 100 feet. Look how big it is. I was busted up when I opened that up. I have ordered so many rolls of this stuff because I love it. And I've never gotten one this big. It was crazy. $8 for this. I was laughing so hard when I took it, when I opened it up. I was like, oh my god. Okay, I'm going to get my soil and stuff ready and have some more coffee. Let these soak for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I sat and picked off as much of this stuff, spongy stuff, as I could. And you can see I got a lot off it. It's really spongy, and I don't know, I just don't like it. A couple of my anthuriums that I got from them, when I went to repot them, it just seemed like that stuff was so restricting. So I took it off. I take off as much as I can because I don't want to break up, you know, a bunch of roots, especially when they're this small. So, and I think I'm going to put this one in this little pot. And then I've got this bigger pot that I went to use for something else. And then I ended up dumping it out because it was a little bit too big. I like to keep, I think I'm going to put them both in these little ones. Even though this one's a hair bigger, but I like to keep them not restricted when keep them when you get babies, smaller plants. Keep them not tight, but appropriate. An appropriate pot for the root system. And then later, when it gets bigger, I like to pot them up into a bigger vessel. That way their roots, once their roots just will take off and they'll go. Alright, let's move her before I have an accident. Get her in here. And I've got a real nice airy, oh, I gotta let go of this for a minute. I got a real nice little airy mix. For those of you that haven't watched my videos before, I just use soil. And the soil that I buy, the Pro Mix that I get from Walmart, has a little bit of bark in it. And it's got perlite in it, but I add a whole bunch of more perlite to it. Get that big hunk out. Big hunk of bark. That way it's nice and airy, but it also holds on to moisture longer, so that I just find that using the all bark and etc., the big chunky aeroid mix that everybody uses, God, you have to water them all the time, every time you turn around, because the bark just does not really hold on to a lot of water. Not for an anthurium. Anthuriums like to hold moisture. They don't want to dry out. Alright, now I'm going to add some of my mycorrhizae. I get this from Amazon also. It was pretty cheap. I don't remember the price of it right offhand, but it's cheaper than a lot of the other brands that people use. That white, what is it, shark, white, I don't know what the name of it is. All I know is it's really pricey, and I like the idea of having the natural bacteria in, the good bacteria that we want to help the plant and help the soil. The more soil you can give your plant, I mean, the more nutrient that you can give your plants in the soil, the better they're going to grow. So I'm all for that. And I figured I'd try it, and I have seen quite a big difference. So sorry I'm reaching like in front of you, but I sort of don't have any other choice. My moss was way over there. And I like to put my moss around the top right away. And then I will water her in. I'm not going to do it on this video. You guys know how to water plants, I'm pretty sure. What I like to do is just, I put them in a big saucer. I water both of them and then let them sit for, 10-15 minutes, whatever. And then take them out and go put them where they need to go. I just kind of pack my moss up around, do the whole top. And then later when they start getting bigger, you pack it up around the crown. So there she is. That is my Pure Pat. And then I'm going to spray her down one more time. That'll help get some of the dirt, because I made her dirty. Get my spag and stuff on top there really good. And she is all ready to go besides getting watered. Put her little tag in. Her big tag. God, I bought these tags and they are so long, but I got a whole bunch of them. I'm going to use them. I was thinking about cutting the end off and making them a little shorter, but then I was like, once you get them into bigger pots, it's not a big deal, so I don't worry too much about it. They're just kind of weird when they're babies. Okay, I need to put a little more soil in here, and this is my Ace of Spades pat. Yeah, because like my soil, I like to soak them for such a long time because my soil is so dry. Because I have it in a tote with a lid on it, but it just gets really dry. So I like to make sure the soil is completely drenched, which is why I like to soak them for 10 to 15 minutes and maybe even sometimes re-pour it back in. Re-pour the water back in, because you want to make sure your soil is completely saturated, or you're going to have dry pockets. It's one great thing about having, or another great thing about having clear pots, is you can actually see your soil, which is also great for baby plants. Alright, there she is. I'm going to give her her mycorrhizae. Just a little sprinkle. You don't have to do, it doesn't take a lot. I bought this bag in the summertime and I've used it quite a bit. And you can use it on older plants, bigger plants too. I have, and I do. But I always especially make sure that I do when I have babies. Get those little root systems going good. Alright, now I'll get my moss on here to get the big stems out. I don't buy really expensive moss. God, spag moss is expensive enough. gosh, I go through so much of it between all my anthuriums and moss poles. It gets rather expensive. I just don't feel like it's cheap enough that if it gets nasty enough, you know, a lot of mine, especially the babies, the moss that I put on top, it gets so full of algae because they're so close to the grow lights. I just throw it away. And if I take it off of a plant and it's a nice shape and it looks brand new like this, I just spray it down with my neem oil and mixture in case there's any buggies, which I don't really have bug issues, so I got one plant that gives me hell every day, I swear. That my philodendron Mamie. God, every time I turn around and look at her, she's got spider mites. I ended up cutting that plant all back and restarting it. I had it growing up a moss pole, and I had her out on the front porch, and I cut her all back and restarted her, and I am tired of dealing with spider mites. Alright, there that little baby is, my Ace of Spades times Cap. I love the pap plants. They're so pretty. They get those beautiful elongated leaves. Of course, we don't know, you know, when you have a cross, you don't really know what it's going to end up looking like. And there's my, no, this is my pap. What am I talking about? And you can already tell, you know, with the elongated leaves. There, I just got her dirty again after I just washed her off. It's so pretty. I love the elongated leaves, and these have such a dark leaf. And then this is the pap Ace of Spades. Look how round that leaf is. The Ace of Spades has a very round leaf. So, I'm hoping it would be cute to have the rounded Ace of Spades look with the really dark coloring that the paps have. That would be cool. But, alright guys, I am going to water these little dudes all in and put them where they belong. And watch them grow. I will give updates on all my babies as they start doing something significant. So, alright guys, I'm going to let you go and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye. Peace.